These are personalities being stepped on by what? Ask yourselves, who is the enemy? Zionism. Israel occupied Palestine. The enemies are in that building. Death to Israel! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
I'm sure a lot of you are asking, what is Zionism? Zionism is Israel's national ideology, where they believe that Judaism is both a nationality and a religion. What does this corrupted view breed? It breeds arrogance into the human being. Put a human being in a position of power, he thinks he's God's chosen person. When God tells us himself, the only measure of your worth is your piety. They step on God's ideology. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Just in 2020, when apparently humanity was supposed to be in a united front against this coronavirus, but behind the scenes, like the dirty rats they are, at the very least, 3,240 Palestinians were either killed or injured by Israeli military forces. Free, free Palestine!
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 You're asking yourself, what does Israel actually do? Well, it continually violates international humanitarian law, like our brother told us here. They destroy familial property. They carry out attacks on entire families and communities for the offense of a single member. They treat Palestinian prisoners in absolutely inhumane ways, which violate the Fourth Geneva Convention, like you said. They have separate laws and trials for people living in the same country. What did God say? The only measure of your worth is your piety. Where does Israel get off creating separate laws for the people living in the same country? Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free!
Free, free Palestine!
This is exactly how, when Shaitan stood before God and God said, worship me, he said, no, I will worship you how I want to worship you. This is Israel. This is Zionism. Did you know how the Palestinians are treated in prison? You heard that they're taken into military court for their trials. What happens when the Palestinians are detained in the West Bank? They're tried in military court. Children are tried in military courts where there is a 100% conviction rate. In prison, they are denied food, denied family visits, denied a lawyer, put into solitary confinement, left hanging from a ceiling, tortured physically, tortured mentally, psychologically strained, and spend every hour of every day fending for their humanity. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
To end my speech, I would just like to remind everybody that there are ways to help. There are sites you can donate. Please go and physically assist like you are here today. Spread the cause, spread awareness. We must always speak up against the oppressors, because threat to freedom anywhere is threat to freedom everywhere. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Thank you all for coming here today. Just a couple of announcements and requests. If you can cooperate with us, that would be great. Thank you very much. The first thing I'd like to mention is there's a group, a big group arriving, coming shortly. Okay, and we want to stay organized. They're here for the same cause. They're here for the same fight. But we want to just stay organized, so there's no chaos or anything that is unusual. So please try to stay on the footpath, to be organized. We're here, like I said, to speak out about the cause, speak out for our right, but at the same time, we don't want to hurt anybody from anyone who is around the area. The second announcement is that what we want to do after today, it's great that we're all here, it's great that we're all supporting Palestine, but we have to continue and do things every single day. So one of these things we can do, as the brother mentioned, is to go out and give our time and money and effort to support this cause. The organization Call of Hope is an organization that is going to help and support the Palestinians in all the cities in Palestine, inshallah, and they will spread out the news in the next few days to tell us how to support Gaza and Jerusalem and Sheikh Jarrah and all of Palestine. Lastly, I'd like to say we don't have our issue and our problem is not with the religion of Judaism, it's with the Israelis and the Zionists, it's with the terrorists and the people who occupy lands. We don't have a problem with a person being a Jew or a Christian or a Muslim. We have a problem with the killer. We have a problem with the terrorist. We have a problem with the Zionists, the people who come, knock your door down and come into your house while you're sitting with your family and take over your home and just tell you simply, leave. This is my place now. We have a problem with these people. They've been doing this for years and they will continue to do this unless we decide to not stop our support and we decide to keep going as far as our breath can take us. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
Save Zechariah!
Save, save Sheikh Jarrah!
Save Zechariah!
Save, save Gaza!
Save Gaza!
Save, save Gaza!
Save Gaza!
Israeli terrorist!
Israeli terrorist!
Israeli terrorist!
Israeli terrorist!
Israeli terrorist!
Israeli terrorist!
بالروح بالدم نفديك يا أقصى!
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 بالروح بالدم نفديك يا غزة!
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 Yeah, if everyone can spread out, we can actually look a lot bigger in numbers, okay? And it will help us to allow pedestrians to walk through if needed. So spread around. There's a lot of space to the right and the left. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
يا فلسطيني يا فلسطيني!
يا فلسطيني يا فلسطيني!
يا فلسطيني يا فلسطيني!
يا فلسطيني يا فلسطيني!
دمك دمك دينك ديني!
دمك دمك دينك ديني!
دمك دمي دينك ديني!
دمك دمك دينك ديني!
أرضك أرضي دينك ديني!
أرضك أرضي دينك ديني!
يا فلسطيني يا حبيب!
يا فلسطيني يا حبيب!
دمر دمر تل أبيب!
دمر دمر تل أبيب!
يا فلسطيني يا حبيب!
يا فلسطيني يا حبيب!
دمر دمر تل أبيب!
دمي دمي الحبيب!
يا فلسطيني يا حبيب!
يا فلسطيني يا حبيب!
دمر دمر تل أبيب!
دمي دمي دم الحبيب!
رددناها جيل ورا جيل!
رددناها جيل ورا جيل!
رددناها جيل ورا جيل!
رددناها للحبيب!
تسقط تسقط إسرائيل!
تسقط تسقط إسرائيل!
رددناها جيل ورا جيل!
رددناها عند الحبيب!
تسقط تسقط إسرائيل!
تسقط تسقط إسرائيل!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اليوم حضرت وياكم